Welcome to Dad Bod Kitchen and Grill. Today, we're firing up the Barrel House cooker, making a pork shoulder. Hope you'll stick around. This is going to be a good one. Alright, so here we have our pork shoulder. I've done some trimming. Took the fat and the skin off of the majority, as you see over here. I left the skin down here. I just want to see what it's going to do in the smoker. We won't be able to get any rub through there, but that's alright. I went ahead and put my hooks in because I'm going to be hanging this in a Barrel House cooker today. Let's go ahead and get it seasoned up. I'm going to be going on with some Worcestershire, and then I'm going to use the Cosmos Q Dirty Bird rub. Let's get started. It's just a binder. Like I've said before, you don't have to put down a binder, but I like to put some on the skin. Alright, flip it over. Same thing on the back side. As you can see, I've got this all trimmed up too. There was some fat on there, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, got that going. We're going to go ahead and go down with our first layer of this rub. This is a pretty salty rub in my opinion, but a big piece of meat like this can use a lot of salt, so I think it's going to come out good with this stuff. Let's get a good coat. Then give it a flip, and we'll do this side. Alright, that's our first layer. I'm going to let that sit up for a little bit, then I'm going to come back in a few minutes and I'll put down another layer of rub. Alright, it's time for the second coat of rub. As you can see, starting to get moisture through there. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to put another coat of rub over it to cover up that moisture. Same thing, quite a bit of rub. Gonna pat it in a little bit. Give it a flip. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. So this pork shoulder, it's about 12 pounds. It's pretty big, but it's gonna make several meals for my family. I've never cooked one before. I expect it to take quite a while, but we're in quarantine, don't really have anything else to do anyway, so might as well cook a giant hunk of pork. All right, I'm gonna let this sit for a little while longer, and I'll bring you back when I put it on the pit. All right, we're trucking right along, sitting at 258, 260. I'm using a temp probe both for the meat and for smoker temperature. I don't usually do that, but got a long cook today and I decided to do it. So I'm gonna get the meat in there and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's in. It's gonna be pretty big task to get it in there. All right, I got the meat in here. It actually wasn't a task at all to put it in. So I'm gonna let this go for at least an hour and I'll come back and check it then. All right, it's been just over an hour since we put the pork shoulder on. It's getting some really nice color on it. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it. The spritz I'm using is about 8 ounces of Dr. Pepper and an ounce of apple cider vinegar. Tastes pretty good, so we'll see how that works for us. But the color is coming along real nice. Cool, I'm gonna let it go another hour or so and come back, and we're 2 hours in on this thing now. It looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down again. We're still only about 125 internal. So, got a ways to go. But, give you a look there. Smoker's chugging right along at 250, holding steady. Alright, I'll bring you back in another hour. We'll check it out. 3 hours in on this cook. The internal on this pork shoulder is right at 140. We're going to keep going. This barrel house has been hanging out right at 250 degrees. Hasn't had much fluctuation at all. It's doing real well. I'm going to give it another spray and close it back up. Alright, we'll bring you back in a little while and check it out again. Alright, y'all. We hit 4 hours and we're only at about 145 degrees, so we only went up like 5 degrees this last hour. So I decided to pull it off. It's gotten plenty of smoke. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and put it back on the smoker to finish. I'm just going to spray it down real good with the same spritz that I've been using. Get all around, get some on the oil. I'm going to put this probe back in right there. Alright, I got it back on the smoker. As you can see, I took out the H grate and put in just the flat grate in the lower position. So we'll let it finish out here. Alright everybody, after just over 7 hours of cook time, this is what we've got. Super, super tender, really juicy, lots of juice in the bottom, and final internal of 202, 203 everywhere. So, and that looks good. Lots of good color. Might as well try it. Came off. Tastes good too. So I'm gonna get this inside, wrap it up again, rest it in a cooler until we're ready to eat, and then I'll show you what it looks like then. All right, everybody. Here's our pork shoulder. It's rested for about an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling some of it apart. Look at that. Just like pulls apart like nothing. There's a bone. Comes right out. That looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a piece. It's hot. See what it tastes like. Oh man, that's good. That's really good. Try another one there. Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm not usually a pulled pork kind of guy, but I couldn't find a brisket for a decent price, and I wanted to cook something big that would take a while. And these pork shoulders are going to make a lot of meals, and they're only, shoot, this one was like 10 bucks. But I hope you enjoyed this. It was a fun cook for me. It's my first time making one of these. Turned out really good. I'm going to make some sandwiches with it later. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.